So here is another question on solving quadratic equations through factorization method. So here it is given, the quadratic equation is x square minus root 3 plus 1 into x plus root 3 is equal to 0. So we have to solve it through factorization method. So first we'll write the equation. Okay. It is not responding a bit. Okay, x square minus root 3 plus 1 x plus root 3 is equal to 0. Okay, x square minus root 3 plus 1 x plus root 3 is equal to 0. So here if we open the bracket, it becomes x square minus root 3x minus x plus root 3 is equal to 0. So here if you see, if we compare it with the standard format ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, we have a is equal to 1, b is equal to minus root 3 plus 1 and c is equal to root 3. b is equal to root 3 minus root 3 plus 1 is nothing but minus root 3 minus 1. So here it is already factorized. It has become very simple for us. See, the product of the two extreme terms, it is equal to a into c, that is 1 into root 3, that is equal to root 3. Now the middle term is what? Minus root 3 minus 1. So here if we do minus root 3 into minus 1, that is also equal to root 3. So here also root 3, here also root 3. So it has already been factorized, already in factor form, properly factorized. So this middle term in the form of a sum can confuse you at first, but if you open the bracket, you will see it is already in factor form. So you have to do nothing. So here x square minus x minus root 3x plus root 3 is equal to 0. That implies x common, x minus 1 minus root 3 into x minus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, that implies x minus root 3 into x minus 1, that is equal to 0. That implies x can be equal to root 3 or x can be equal to 1, because either of them can be 0. X minus root 3, when x minus root 3 is 0, x is equal to root 3. When x minus 1 is equal to 0, x is equal to 1. So a very simple and straightforward, but at first when you look at the question you can get confused. Okay, the middle term b is in the form of sum, so you can get confused at first, but when you look at the question properly, when you open the middle term, that is root 3x minus root 3x minus x, you see that it has already been presented in factor form. There is nothing to do, no more, don't have to apply your brain to split the middle term. It is already in properly split form. Just you have to arrange it in proper way and factorize and you will get the result. So as we have done the same here. Okay, so x is equal to root 3 and x is equal to 1. These are the two possible roots of the quadratic equation. Okay, so here is another question on solving quadratic equations through factorization method. So it is given, solve the given equation which is given by x plus 3 by x plus 2 is equal to 3x minus 7 by 2x minus 3. Now here it is entirely different from the format of equations which we have solved previously. Here the quadratic equation is not given directly. Here we have to find the quadratic equation, bring it into quadratic equation format through cross multiplication and bringing all the variables to one side, equating it to 0. So we have to do it. So we are provided with the equation which is x plus 3 by x plus 2 is equal to 3x minus 7 by 2x minus 3. Okay, so now when we perform cross multiplication, we have, that implies by cross multiplication we have x plus 3 into 2x minus 3 is equal to x plus 2 into 3x minus 7. Okay, that implies x, and that is 2x square minus 3x plus 6x minus 9, that is equal to 3x square minus 7x plus 6x minus 14. Okay, that implies here I am taking 2x square and everything to this side, okay, because we want x square in positive format, the coefficient of x square to be plus 1, and I mean in positive coefficient, so that will be a little bit convenient. So 3x square minus 2x square minus 7x plus 6x plus 3x minus 6x. This minus 3x goes to this side, becomes plus 3x, plus 6x goes to the right hand side, becomes minus 6x, plus 9, I mean here plus 9 minus 14 is equal to 0. That implies 3x square minus 2x square, that is equal to x square. Here it is equal to, okay, x square. Then here plus 6x minus 6x gets cancelled, so we have minus 7x plus 3x, that is equal to minus 4x. Minus 4x plus 9 minus 14, that is equal to minus 5. X square minus 4x minus 5 is equal to 0. Now this is the resultant quadratic equation. Okay, this is in proper quadratic equation format. Okay, x square minus 4x minus 5 is equal to 0. Now we have to solve this. Okay, x square minus 4x minus 5 is equal to 0. Now here x square minus 4x minus 5 is equal to 0. When we compare it with the standard format, ax square plus bx plus c, we have here a is equal to 1, b is equal to minus 4, c is equal to minus 5. Product of the two extreme terms is 1 into minus 5, that is equal to minus 5. Okay, now we have to split minus 4x in such a way that the product of the two resultant split terms, that is also equal to minus 4x. So we can do it as minus 4x is equal to minus 5x plus x. So in this case, minus 5 into 1, that is equal to minus 5. So we'll perform the split here. That implies x square minus 5x plus x minus 5 is equal to 0. Okay, so if we write it in proper format, x square plus x minus 5x minus 5 is equal to 0. That implies x common, x plus 1 minus 5 common, x plus 1, that is equal to 0. See, x into x, x square plus x into 1, that is x square plus x. Here minus 5 into x minus 5x minus 5 into 1 minus 5, that is equal to 0. So that implies x minus 5 into x plus 1 is equal to 0. That implies the two possible roots or solutions of the quadratic equation are x is equal to 5 or x is equal to minus 1. And here also, if you notice, this is common. So always try to look for these patterns, this should always be common, because that is the essence of factorization. Okay, so here we have the two values or the two roots of the quadratic equation, values of x is equal to 5 or x is equal to minus 1. So here the quadratic equation was not given directly to us, it was given in this format. It was given in this format. So we had to perform cross multiplication, a lot of addition, subtraction, cancelling, and we brought it in this format of standard quadratic equation. And then it was simple. We just performed the usual process, performing the split, factorizing, and we identified the roots of the quadratic equation. Okay.